Hi, and welcome to the Estetique showroom here in Miami, Florida, our USA headquarters. My name is Natasha, and today I'm going to show you all the different machines that we have, the technologies, and a little bit more about how they work. So if you come with me, we'll go through our showroom and then show you the different machines. So starting from right to left, we have a bunch of different technologies with everything you need to set up your med spa or to expand your existing one. So starting on the right here, we have the LumiMax PL. This is our laser hair removal machine. It's a super hair removal machine, or an SHR. It's for all skin types and completely painless. We have the coldest cooling tip on the market, and it has not one or two or three, but 4 wavelengths in one, making it very powerful at 1600 watts. We have the LipoMax over here, the one that we're probably the most known for. This is for skin tightening, body contouring, fat reduction, cellulite reduction, lymphatic drainage, and much, much more. It's been a very big boom with Ozempic patients and post-GLP-1 patients who have a lot of loose skin after losing a lot of weight very rapidly. Over here we have the LumiMax CO2. This is our newest machine, our CO2 fractional laser device for one, skin resurfacing for addressing fine lines and wrinkles, textural irregularities, acne scars, deep, deep wrinkles, and much more, or discoloration as well. This also has an attachment for vaginal rejuvenation for helping with urinary incontinence, with improving lubrication and tightness. And then also there's a surgical application to basically use the machine and the laser like a scalpel. Then over here we have our DermaMax RF. This is our microneedling device with radiofrequency, also great for helping with textured skin, acne scars, tightening loose skin, and much more. And then lastly, the LumiMax LED. This is our LED phototherapy machine that has 7 different phototherapy wavelengths in one for LED phototherapy. So let's take a look at the screens of the machines and how they operate, because one thing we really pride ourselves on here at Estetique is the aestheticness of our devices. They are a beautiful addition to every spa room. You'll notice that all of them have a beautiful big touch screen. And very important, they're easy to move around. You can see I just pushed it and there it goes. It glides very easy. We have this big bar in the back to help us move the machines. But it's really important because when you're moving around a spa room and a treatment room or a treatment bed, you want the machines to not be super cumbersome and also easy to use and not scary looking for the client. You want something beautiful that screams aesthetics, I'm gonna make you more beautiful. So let's take a look at how the machine works a little bit. So again, every single machine starts with our beautiful logo up in the front. We're going to click start. So with LipoMax specifically, we're using radio frequency and a vacuum massage, as well as LED light. So what's really amazing about LipoMax is that a lot of different competitors will make it so that you have to change your handpiece every time you want to activate a different technology. But with ours, all the technologies are available within that same handpiece. You just change it on the screen. You only change the handpiece based on the size of the area of the body you're working with. So the large handpieces are the most popular, the ones you're going to use the most probably. Use this for the butt, the abdomen, the large thighs, larger patients. Then we have the medium size here, which is great for arms and the calves and smaller areas on the body. And then we have the facial tip here, which is for the face and the neck. So yes, this is a face and body sculpting, tightening machine. So with the radio frequency, let's click start just so we can take a look. You'll see that we also have red LED light. We have red light on the body handpieces and a blue light on the facial handpiece. Red light is great for stimulating collagen production, as is radio frequency, which is why those two things in combination are very powerful. And then of course we have the vacuum massage. You can turn off the technologist by a quick little touch here. If we look at the vacuum massage, I'm going to turn off the RF so I don't burn my hand, but you can see we have a couple different modes. So the continuous mode allows us to basically have a straight suction of the machine on the skin. You can see there I just let go and it's still suctioning my skin. And that's not even at the highest setting, the highest is 10. So that's our mode for just continuous suction. Then of course we have that pulse mode. The regular pulse mode, you can see right here. If you come a little closer, I'll take a look at the different pulse modes. This is about the highest you can go on regular pulse. If we go to the lowest, this is the lowest on regular pulse. And then we also have super pulse, which is great for lymphatic drainage. And this is at its highest setting. You can see how fast my hand is moving there and really get a sense of how powerful the machine is, especially when we're pulling all the fatty acids and the liquids we've liberated through our treatment to the lymphatic system. So that is the LipoMax. Again, all of our machines are very similar. They're very easy to operate and the user interface is super user-friendly. Let's take a look at the diode laser now for hair removal. Similarly, again, a beautiful touchscreen that starts with our beautiful logo. Now we have the settings for the male or the female, as well as the body or face areas we're going to work with. What's beautiful about this machine is it comes pre-programmed, meaning based on the area that you pick and the skin type that you choose, the settings are pre-programmed. You can adjust them, of course, but we have some preset protocols for you so that we take the guesswork out of the treatment. Down here is a Fitzpatrick scale, which shows the different skin types. Based on the skin type that you choose, it will change the different settings we're using. Obviously, with a higher Fitzpatrick, we're going to lower the energy a little bit to be able to treat the different skin types. But you'll see here we have the different lasers. We have the Alexandrite 755, 810 diode, 940 laser, and the 1064 YAG. The 1064 is what allows us to treat those darker skin types as well, and the 755 is for the lightest skin types. What's beautiful about this machine is a lot of different laser hair removal devices will make you change the handpiece to activate a different laser. They'll make you purchase a different handpiece after the fact to actually get the different wavelengths, but ours is a 4-in-1. Also super important, the lifespan of this laser is super, super long. We have not 20,000, not 200,000, not a million, not 5 million, 20 million shots per handpiece. To this day, we still have not replaced one, which is a very testament to how long these laser heads last. So 20 million shots per handpiece with a very cold cooling tip, the coldest cooling tip on the market. So we have the cooling tip to make sure that the treatment is very comfortable, but not only that, the actual technology of the device makes it so that the treatment is completely painless for all skin types. So again, we can change everything here, and then I'm just going to fire it at the wall so I can show you a little bit of how it works. I'm going to turn the pulse width up. We're going to go to ready. And there it is. They're just firing against the wall. That's with a pretty low frequency. We can turn it up to make it go faster. And there it is firing at a very fast speed. So that's a little bit more about the LumiMax PL. Again, everything is pre-programmed for you, super easy to use, and you watch the shot counter here at the bottom to see how many shots you're treating per area based on our very in-depth protocol manual. And of course, all our machines come with very comprehensive training, not just the protocol manual. We don't just leave you with the materials to figure it out. We have very in-depth, amazing training with a lot of support materials after the fact, so that if you want to watch our training videos afterwards, look at some quick tip videos, that's all online for you as well. So here's the CO2 machine. Now, why is our CO2 so amazing? Let me walk you through why. So a lot of other CO2 lasers don't allow you to treat multiple skin types. CO2 is typically thought of a machine and a technology for the lighter skin tones, but with ours you can treat basically every skin type, just offering or changing the parameters in which you use it. Now, why can we use it with all skin types? 3 reasons. With our machine, it is very versatile. You can change many of the different types of settings to accommodate the different skin tones, including the size and the shape of the laser. So you'll see here right now, you just see a dot in the middle of my hand, but if I put this machine on preview mode, now I can actually see the shape in which the laser would actually fire on my hand. Now, right now we have the square. I can change it to, for example, the triangle. This is great for accommodating those different areas on the face like the nose or just some different angles that are hard to reach. But not only can I change the shape, but the size of that shape. So right now we're 15 millimeters. I could make this super small if I wanted to. So let's go down real low. Let's go all the way down to maybe like 5 or something. Or 6 is fine. See just how tiny that little triangle is on my hand in which we're treating. And then of course I can make it very big like I showed you earlier. We have a bunch of different shapes that achieve a bunch of different applications for the treatment. But not only can we change the size and the shape of the laser, but also the way in which the pattern actually fires. So I'm gonna grab a newspaper really quick, give me 1 second, and we're gonna actually fire the laser on this magazine here so we can look at the different modes. All right, so now I'm gonna show you how the laser actually fires to show you a couple of the different modes and why, again, we can treat the different skin types. We have 3 different modes in which the laser will actually fire. The sequence scan, which allows us to do a linear sequence of the firing. Maximum distance, meaning that it's going from the outside all the way to the inside. And random, which means it randomly scatters the laser. These are different ways of actually distributing the heat of the laser, allowing us to treat multiple skin types. Let's take a look at how the laser fires. We're first starting with our sequence mode, meaning that the laser is going to fire in a sequence. I'm going to turn the preview on so you can see what shape we're going in. We're going to click ready to start. And again, I'm going to fire with that foot pedal down there instead of using my hand. So let's go back up here. We're going to fire in a square. It waits 3 seconds as a safety measure. And there you saw that it went in a complete sequence. And now you can see the pattern in which we fired. You can also change the distance between the dots if you'd like to make the heat distribute differently. Let's go back now and we're going to do a different scanning mode. We're going to do the maximum distance. This is the most powerful of all of the modes. So let's go back to ready. And now this will be going from the outside to the inside. And that was the maximum distance. Let's do it one more time so you can see. So again, we watch the laser fire from the outside of the shape to the center. And our last shape here, let's go back, will be number 3, which is just a random scan, meaning that the laser is going to disperse in a random order. So let's do it again. And that is our random mode. So again, those different modes, the different shapes and sizes allow us a lot of flexibility with using this machine. And then again, we won't go through all of them, but of course there are the different modes. Besides the fractional laser, which is the most popular attachment, we do have the vaginal and the surgical attachments, which are back here. If I just turn the device, you're able to see it. We have the different vaginal attachments. This is for the urinary incontinence. This one is for the vaginal rejuvenation. And then we have 2 different attachments for surgical cutting, for moles or warts or growths on the skin. All right, now let's move on to microneedling with radiofrequency. So this is called the DermaMax RF. We can treat the face and the body with this machine. We're gonna go on the face mode for now. So what's really important about this machine and why it's so amazing is because typically with some machines on the market, microneedling with radiofrequency is thought of as very painful. But with ours, it is virtually painless. And there are 2 reasons why. The depth of our machine goes to 3.5 millimeters. There are some machines out there that go all the way to 8 millimeters without naming any names. But a lot of machines will allow you to go way too deep, which actually would cause adverse effects to what you're trying to do. At that point, you're actually melting fat and filler, again, which is the opposite of what we're trying to do with this machine. We're trying to cause micro injuries in the skin to open up those micro channels to stimulate the body to basically repair itself and have the skin be tauter, tighter, more beautiful, and stimulate natural collagen production. So it's that depth that makes it less painful, but also the radiofrequency. We don't allow you to change the radiofrequency on this machine, and some do. We have the radiofrequency completely regulated by the device, and what you do have control over is how long that radiofrequency is in the skin. Secondly, the microneedles, the radiofrequency is only distributed in the shape of the microneedle. Some machines will have it so that when you put it on the face, the radiofrequency is spreading out underneath the skin, making it much more painful, but ours does not do that. So you basically stamp it and it only goes in the areas in which you press. So this machine works with a vacuum seal. The machine works by when it senses a vacuum seal of the skin with all contacts on it, the needles will fire. But I'm going to stimulate the vacuum suction by clicking or by holding on the vacuum seal to actually show you how the needles come out. So we'll do it at the largest depth first to show you how deep they go. I'm going to press start, and then I'm just going to squeeze this. So that's the deepest. Let's change the depth now to the lowest so I can show you how low it can go. We're going to go to 0.5 millimeters. And that's at 0.5 millimeters. We use the lower depths when treating an area like the forehead where there's not a lot of skin and you're right over bone. And of course, those deeper ones for addressing a larger scar or using an area with more fat. So the microneedling with radiofrequency device is amazing for skin tightening, for helping with texture, with helping with wrinkles, helping with skin tightening. But this machine is amazing for all of those things, and it is very, again, easy to use. And last but certainly not least is our LED machine. So I think this is honestly one of our underrated machines because a lot of people will buy the very cheap LED headlamps that go over the face. But what's really amazing about this one is actually you can curve it to go over an area like the face, or you can put it completely flat to accommodate a large area like the body. So let's turn the machine on. Let's take a look at the different lights. I'm going to turn the energy up so it's very bright. We have the cyan, yellow, purple, white, blue, red, and green, all for different amazing properties. This is the LED machine, and again, we can curve it to accommodate different areas, and also we can lift and raise the handpiece, or this, just by the click of a button. So again, it's why I think it's an underrated machine of ours. Of course, the other ones are amazing, but this is not to be looked over. It's a great sister device to any of our other treatments for an aftercare or for its own treatment. So those are all of our devices here at Estetique. We have every single device you need for a successful med spa. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to reinventing aesthetics with you.